Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign international content. I like to say we are not scared of that 1-inch subtitle. We have overcome that and we are enjoying a lot of stuff, right? We have diversified what we watch. Nothing against Hollywood, but oh my god. Hi guys, thanks for joining me again. If you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is Anne, and on my channel I review foreign international content. And today I had to jump on here and say, if you love documentaries, which once in a while we get some good ones, you have to watch this one. It's called FIFA Uncovered or Uncovered FIFA. If you love soccer, which the rest of the world does, I know in America here we have American football, so we don't pay too much attention. But I grew up in Africa, so I know how huge soccer is all over the world. And this documentary breaks down what happened to FIFA. I believe in 2015 they were obviously accused and also got in trouble for, let's just say, corruption at its nth degree. I was so surprised listening to this, and I was just like, you've gotta be kidding me. Like, seriously, do most people who watch soccer, all of us fans who watch soccer, know that this craziness is happening? Like, first of all, like I said, I grew up in Africa. When I heard what it took for South Africa to get them to host the World Cup, the amount, I'm like, this is a poor country. Okay, South Africa is up and coming, but they also have to pay money to get a chance to host. I was like, I thought FIFA was a non-for-profit organization. So people thought. And this guy over here, Sepp Blatter, or whatever his name is, from France, oh my God, like the worst. And I love, it's crazy because even to the end, he's like, my conscience is clear. I didn't do anything wrong. And I was like, I don't get this. So when FIFA is doing well, hey, yay, it's my FIFA. But when FIFA is caught in corrupt, it wasn't me. I don't control what other committees and other countries do. What? You have to take responsibility for everything. It's under your house, the house of FIFA. Anyway, just to give you a little bit about what the documentary is about, because I want you to go watch it for yourself. It's on Netflix. It's about 4 episodes, an hour long, but freaking fantastic. You will know how the rich keeps getting rich, how sometimes wealth is made is so corrupt. Okay, so first of all, it's very controversial how he became the president of FIFA, because they show about this other guy who was from Brazil who used to be there. Before then, the organization was very, normal, easygoing. FIFA was put together, I guess, by these people who loved soccer. It became like a club, and then became this organization that looked out for countries who wanted to host World Cup. And it was just, simple as, normal, I guess, business as you will. And then this guy worked under that guy from Brazil, and clearly he always wanted to be president, but acted like, I'm just here to serve, that kind of thing, just kind of like that false humility, if you will. And then they show us that every country that participates in soccer has a vote, okay? And which was very interesting to find out, like how many votes like the US have, although we're not very involved in soccer, although now we're starting to get into the game of soccer, how much South America has for votes, how much Europe has for votes, how much Africa has for votes, and then there would be X factor, je ne sais quoi, like the French call it, was this small little Caribbean countries or section that was being led by this other Caribbean guy. I think his name was Chuck somebody. And clearly, if you wanted to get votes from the Caribbean, you'd have to go through that guy, because they found out these small little islands over here that all play soccer, their votes were 30 votes. So if anybody is going to be president and win a bid to host a FIFA World Cup, you have to get all the votes. And everybody knew this small island, Trinidad and Tobago, I don't know, Jamaica, whoever they all are over here, There's 30 votes to be won here. So let's just say they became the hot commodity and people knew that to win, you need these votes, okay? And then so obviously he ends up taking over because he was able to get the votes from this little small island with the 30 votes, and is able to kick off his friend who was the president before, who had been there was no issues, and then Plata became the president of FIFA. And at this point, all of a sudden, commercialization happens, and we have Adidas, I believe, was interested in somehow being involved with soccer. And it was like, sure, they can be a sponsor, but it's not that big a deal. It's just that all of a sudden, they decide when to air the show, that kind of a thing. And then they're also giving kickbacks to FIFA. And FIFA becomes this money-making machines, okay? So because they're getting endorsements from all these different countries, I think you've all watched soccer and you see all the different sponsors. FIFA, they have Adidas, I don't know, BMW, whatever company can afford and want to be a sponsor, they're there. This was supposed to be a non-for-profit organization. Now all of a sudden FIFA is making money. And actually, this guy says, the president before said, now that you've introduced this commercialization with all this companies being sponsors, you've created a monster. And for sure did he create a monster, because now you can be bought, right? You can be bought. So what ended up happening is it grows and becomes this big organization that we know it for what it is today. And he's making money, but now they're using this money. When he wants to keep presidency, he can buy votes from all these different countries, because every country, wherever there's votes, there's a president of FIFA there who stands there. And as long as he's giving them kickbacks, they all vote for him. And why would they vote for him when they're all making money, right? That's how the corruption started. And then really, what really made the secret finally to come out, this had been going on for years. It was when they declared Qatar for World Cup, and people were like, how is that? If we are all following the rules, by the way, America wanted a bid to hold the World Cup. England also wanted the vote to host World Cup, which was interesting because in the documentary you see Bill Clinton, you see Prince William, they all showed up because they're hoping their countries will win. Japan was in on it, and then Qatar, out of nowhere, this small little island in the Middle East or whatever it is out there, they show up. And when you look at the qualifications of what it takes to be on the World Cup, like you have stadiums, you have hotels that can host people, Qatar had none of that. They're like, how can they even be a contender, right? Clearly, America was ready. They have stadiums. Japan can do it. They have stadiums. England can do it. And they get beat out by Qatar. And everybody was like, wait a minute, there is something going on here. How is that possible if we're all following rules? Only to find out Qatar, made it rain, okay? They're a wealthy country over here. And you hear them defending it like, no, we're trying to do the right thing, but And then there was even issues of countries like in the past that had hosted World Cup, but there was like, you have humans are being treated like, these countries have conflict. Russia wants in on it, and we all know about Russia, and it's so countries like that, almost like, how are they getting in when we see them doing things that are hurtful to humans? They have humanitarian issues. Qatar is even accused of, when they're trying to build the stadium, people are dying because of the conditions of workers is so bad, and FIFA says nothing. Because this guy is like, well, I can't control what happens in other people's countries because, I can't be involved. But they're working under FIFA and he doesn't want to be involved, right? Like, just crazy. Let's just say when that happened, when Qatar won, it opened up Pandora's box and people wanted to investigate, finding out how is business being done. And you have to watch episode after episode. Like I said, South Africa, they have Nelson Mandela coming. So, they knew how to make it so commercialized, and you're bringing Mandela so you can say we won the World Cup, to host the World Cup in South Africa. But you didn't realize South Africa had to throw a kickback. I think they paid like, I don't know, what was it, 20 million or something? I'm like, what? to host the World Cup. Yeah, it's corrupt and it is crazy. And I just thought it was crazy that most of the people who worked under this guy are the ones who all like got convicted, went to jail. You know what they always say, right? It's the little people that will suffer, and these people who are at the top are untouchable. This guy was never convicted because you just couldn't find him, you know, doing something personally. He was having all his little minions doing his dirty work for him, and he was like, I didn't do it. I didn't do it. Even at the end, he's like, I sleep just fine. I have a clear conscience. I didn't do anything wrong. And I'm like, are you serious right now? Are you serious? If you are the president of FIFA, whether it's good or bad, all falls under your umbrella. You don't get to pick and choose like, oh, yeah, it's good. Yay, FIFA. It's bad. Not me. It's not me. Not me. You have to watch and see how the FBI, you bring in the Americans, they'll be like, I need to check the check and balances. When the Americans lost to Qatar and England lost to Qatar and Japan lost to Qatar, they're like, wait a minute. If you're following the rules, there's no way they would get a chance. There's no way they would get a chance. Meaning something has happened in the background. And yes, it did. And you have to watch to see how they peel the onions and how this FIFA come to tumble down. Now they have a new president, this guy who worked under this guy, but he's supposedly supposed to be on the up and up. But I was like, I bet you most soccer fans have no idea that this is what was going on behind the scenes. There was even that one team from Trinidad and Tobago, the soccer players just wanted a little bit money because they actually worked so hard to get to the World Cup, and they were promised money. They never got to see any money from that guy who was supposed to be the head of the Caribbean area where a lot of votes came from. They never saw any money. Just corruption to the nth degree. I had to jump on here and say, if you love soccer, then you need to know what's up, okay? Like, I think we're always gonna love soccer, but it's good to know what the organizations that may be should and what they do in this wonderful game that we love, that is soccer. I was really surprised and very, very disappointed and upset when I saw what it takes. Now, every single time I hear a country is hosting the World Cup, I'll be like, I hope you earned it the right way, right? I hope there's no kickbacks and money being paid all over the place just to host World Cup. And if anything, people who play the game should be the ones who should make the most. Not just an organization getting kickbacks all over the place and not even giving the players enough of the money. And by the way, that team from Trinidad, they got blacklisted. They couldn't even play for other teams. It was this is a monster here. Look, anyway, I had to jump on here and say, if you love soccer, do yourself a favor and watch Uncovered FIFA. You'll be so surprised. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. And the fact that he can just pick and choose, not my problem. I can't control what other countries and other committees do in their countries. What? Where would you do that? Do you think any CEO in any company would be able to say, well, when the company is making money, my company, yay, but when my company is not making money, I can't talk about the little people who are destroying the company. What? No, you get to take responsibility for both. This dude does not. Even in his old age, he still is like, I have a clear conscience. Wow, this world is crazy. Anyway, do yourself a favor and watch it. It's really good. If you do like my video, give me a like, subscribe. It does help to support my channel. I'm currently reviewing Korean dramas. If you love those, please join us. We do that every week. Once again, thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time. Deuces.